gentlemen, boys and girls, presented tonight for your amusement and amazement, I present Nikki the Magnificent, Long-Legged Lincoln, Aaron the Tattooed Man, and myself, Dave, your ringmaster, as we head into the circus. The Circus Flohcati, that is, a game for 2 to 5 players, published by Grail Games, and deviously designed by the daring doctor himself, Reiner Knizia. So, follow us as we head into the big, the little top.
Hey Dave.
Lincoln!
Will you teach us Circus Flohcati?
Yes! Circus Flohcati is a press your luck game that involves this deck of cards. The cards in this deck are in 10 different suits, or in this case, 10 different exhibits. So these would be dancers, and there's a sharpshooter, and there's an aerialist. The cards are numbered 0 through 7. There is one of each in this deck. So for each of the 10 suits/acts, there is a 0 through a 7. On your turn, when it is your turn, you may, if you would like, draw a card or draft a card from the table in your hand. Okay. If, in this case, there are no cards on the table, then you turn one over. Having turned one over, I may now draft that card in my hand, or if I feel like continuing, I can turn another card over. I can now draft one of those into my hand, but I'm not excited about those. Oh, okay. 4 is pretty good. They only go up from 0 to 7, but I'm greedy, and I think I can do better. And oh no! So
you do get a 7.
Except it matches the color suit act of an existing card in the array. When that happens, this card, the matching card, is discarded, and my turn is over. It is now Nikki's turn. And Nikki says, I'm not going to make that same mistake that Dave made. I'm just going to take this 4 into my hand.
Okay.
Lincoln says, well, these aren't really
There's no 7 there.
So I'll just turn one over. Oh, no!
Wow. Oh.
So that matches this color slash thing, so this goes away. And now it is Aaron's turn. And we're basically going to just keep doing this until one of two things happens. The first is that if someone draws the last card of this deck, the person that draws the last card in the deck finishes their turn. If the last card zonks them, then their turn is done. If the last card does not zonk them, then they can draft a card and put it into their hand. That's one way the game ends. Another way the game ends is if, after drawing a card, you have all 10 acts in your hand, which is to say all 10 suits, one of each, then you may call a gala. You're not required to do it, but you may call a gala, and that ends the game, and for calling the gala, you get an additional 10 points. Ooh. Okay? 10 points is a pretty good additional score in this game, but it's likely if you're drawing colors to get to the gala, you might be drawing low numbers. Let's talk a little bit about something else you can do in your turn before I get to scoring. There's another thing you can do in your turn, and that is if you have 3 of a number on your turn, 3 of a kind, essentially, you can, so let's say this is in my hand, and on my turn, I draw this lion tamer, and now that gives me these 3 ones. That's called a trio, and any 3 of a kind can be played face up on the table, like so, as a meld. That is worth 10 points. Okay? I haven't gotten into scoring yet, but the cards are going to score their face value. So a 7 is worth 7 points. However, you can only score 1 card in each suit. So if I had this 7 and this 6, that's only worth 7 points to me. The 6 has no value to me right now. And in fact, as crazy as it sounds, all right, let's just assume...
Do these colors count for that?
No, because this is not in my hand anymore. Okay. This does not count for the gala. These are out of your hand. As crazy as it sounds, assuming this 3 is a 6, if I had 2 6s in my hand, I might, unlikely, but I could meld 3 6s. Again, we're assuming this is 6 for the example. That's worth 10 points. If I had another one of these colors and I had another green acrobat in my hand,
you might not be losing that many.
You're probably never going to meld 6s, but you can. You could certainly meld 4s, as crazy as that sounds, even though that's 12 points in 4s, but it's not 12 points in 4s if you're doubled up in colors.
Right.
There's a reason, though, to be doubled up in colors, because there are 3 other cards in the game, in the deck, that I haven't explained to you yet. These are action cards. And when you turn over an action card, that stops your turn, and now you must fulfill the action. You will not be drawing a card from the array, you will be doing the action. Okay? The Mind Reader card is you choose an opponent and say, hand me a card from your hand. All right? The opponent gets to choose which card they give you. They give it to you face up so everybody sees it. That's the end of your turn. This gets discarded. The Magic Eye is draw a card from an opponent. In this case, they shuffle up their cards and you draw one randomly from them. That is also shown face up to all players. So there is a reason to have both of these in case you lose one or have to give one away. Although it'd be tough to give one of these away since that's a lot of points. The last card in the deck is the one that always makes us sing circus music. The Great Parade, when this comes up, you just start turning over. You just start turning over cards until you match a color. Nope.
Wow. Yep.
Nope.
Wow. Dun 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 dun.
Nope.
Different
No.
too. Wow, that's different too.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter.
The one that matches, like it normally would, is in the discard pile, but this does not end your turn. You now draft a card from the array.
Any of those that you like.
Any that are there. If, during the Great Parade, I did happen to turn over another action card, this one now supersedes this one. This one now doesn't count anymore, although this is all out.
Do that one.
I would now draw one card from an opponent, this would go away, and this board would be seated for the rest of us.
And then I would go, oh my gosh, I'm going to try to do another one.
No, that's not how you play Push Your Luck games.
So when the game is over, your final score is 10 points for every trio that you have melded to the table, plus whatever your highest value card is in each color.
Okay.
And that's the entire game. Yes, Aaron, you sound like
The
you
gala show person gets,
10 extra points for calling the gala.
but those all remain in their hand, so they also score the 10 colors. basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
You just add whatever your score is. If you called the gala, you just add 10. I believe the rules say that the youngest player starts.
That would be Aaron.
Four. I'm gonna take it. I'll take a purple 4. I'm
All
gonna
right, 4 point
Or
four,
pinkish. It's a very British
4 point
clown.
clown. Hey, here we go. Oh my God! Wow! Holy smokes!
Where there it is.
Okay,
Donk.
this goes out and this goes out.
Are you gonna take that 7, Dave?
I am, and now it's Nikki's turn.
Eek.
Wow, there's a 6.
I have to turn, right? In
No,
order.
no, no,
you just take
you don't have
that.
to
Yeah,
turn
I
at
don't know
all.
if you said that. I was almost gonna.
I
ask
did
you.
say on the first thing in your turn is
Okay.
you can draft a card. If you
All right.
choose not to draft
You
a
flip.
card, you can flip.
Well, I will be taking
Yes.
Strong man.
Zone into 7. I am going to take. I'll take the 0.
Really?
Protects my
I
7.
would like to flip, but I cannot reach.
There you go.
Ooh, magic.
Oh, hey.
Draw one.
Do you want to draw a
attraction
card
from
randomly
the
from an opponent?
Man, you.
Sure. You might get a
Yeah,
7. You
you
might
might
get
get
a
a
0. There they are. Just turn it face up, whatever you draw.
Harumph.
The 0.
But now somebody else can.
That's true.
It's your turn.
Now you know.
Yeah, draw another action card. Oh wow.
What'd you
Wow.
get?
You got whatever.
Oh, it's
that
on.
is.
Match.
Mahishn.
I'm gonna take a 1. I'm gonna take it this time. I'm scared now.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to take another 0.
Okay.
Come on. Flip.
4.
Oh, I was right. That's the color I took.
Was it?
Yes.
Nice.
Flip.
Really? Doesn't want 4 points. Oh,
Great
do,
parade.
do, 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 do. That goes out.
5.
It was a 7.
No, the obvious.
Oh, yeah.
No,
can
no.
take.
I was looking
Or she
to
can take.
see if
Yeah.
there were matches I wanted. Okay.
Sure you were. I'll take this one.
All right, I'll take this one.
Oh.
Nikki P.
Wow.
Oh, I would have zonked! That's the one I took.
Wow.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I did give her 5 points just now.
Done.
Ah,
Dang.
So I'm taking this 1, and I am forming a trio.
Look at you. I'm gonna take the strong man.
Of ones. Flip, please.
The second best type of tree.
2.
Flip, please.
I guess.
6.
Oh, zonk.
You're done.
Mom.
Zonk.
Got greedy. You got
I
greedy,
did
that's what
get
happened.
greedy.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at this greedy guy.
Ugh.
I'll take this.
Greedy
this-
Gus.
Yeah, I'm having a terrible, terrible time at it.
Me too.
Ah,
Yeah.
booty, you people. Flip, please.
Would you like
I
the
will
zero?
I'll take that 0.
Oh, Link, you
this is
are. Now
terrible.
you are having terrible luck. Oh, look at that.
So are you.
Who shuffled this garbage circus?
You're a garbage circus.
Fuck it, it's going to be blue.
You're right. So I'll just take that and meld both 3 twos.
All right.
Nice.
Done.
3
Nikki?
2s. Yes, flip, please.
Oh, it wasn't. I could have had that 7. How dare
could
you?
have.
Aaron?
Talked you out of it.
How dare you?
Yeah, it's all my fault.
You did talk me out of it.
Goodness.
Yeah. Wow.
Are there any high numbers in this deck?
No.
No.
Well, some of them.
They're
did.
all taken.
There you go. There's a 7.
Just got to go for it.
That was very. Go ahead.
I'll take. I'll be scared. I'll take this.
I'll be scared.
No, I'll take this dancer. Go.
I'll
take
I'll
a
take the
somewhat
acro-
lascivious
I'll take the
dancer.
acrobat.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I know.
That's a meld right there on the table.
You can only draw one of them.
I know. Flip.
Here you go.
Flip. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, everybody, have a 1.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Not taking a chance. Oh, but you
Wasn't
didn't
that
want-
the same color as your
she,
7, though?
She didn't want that anyway, yeah. Nicely done.
No, that was
Lincoln.
Nikki's
No.
7. All right, I'll take
Yep.
this. Go.
Here we go.
Mm.
Okay.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mind
stop.
reader.
It's
Nothing
now
else.
a mind reader.
You get an attraction. You ask them
You
for a
ask
card
someone
and they give it to you.
one.
5.
4.
4. 5. She has again meld it. Dave.
You can have a zero magician.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
Sorry.
man. That's exciting. Let's see what this is.
Ooh.
It's a zonk.
Yes.
Aw.
I don't think you really meant that. But that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, see? How come I
Yep.
gets all the 7s?
There it comes. 7 magnet.
Donk.
7 magnet. Oh,
No,
7.
no, there's a 7.
Yeah. Just
Wait,
what I don't
where does
need.
the mel? Go through the
The trio is a 3 of a
Any
kind.
3 of a kind numbers.
kind number.
3 of a kind numbers.
And
That's it.
Or all 10 colors.
the gala.
or all
Or all
10
10 colors for the gala. But you have to draw a card first.
You do.
On your turn.
Okay. Suspense.
And I didn't say this, but the card you draw does not have to be part of your trio.
But-
Right.
And you can make as many as you want on your turn.
Okay.
But they have to be made on your turn. So if you drew a card that made a trio and you had another one, you could put 2 down.
Flip 1, please.
You got it.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me do my meld, please.
Yep. There's a perfect example. She drew the 5, but she melded that.
Oh.
Oh,
Peas and carrots.
I'll take this one. Roar. Go.
let's see what this is. Come on. Go ahead, Nikki P.
Flip.
You got it.
Ooh.
Wow.
She doesn't need it.
Why do you say
No,
that?
because you said wow and didn't grab that right away because it's a 6.
Oh, that's the reason I said it.
No,
All right.
doesn't sound like it. Why did you say that?
No, that's what he meant.
Okay.
Because
You're not grabbing it.
Yeah, because you went wow, but then didn't do anything.
All right, well, here we go.
5s. Wow.
So that's 10 points.
Well,
Those
but
would
she
be
just
5.
picked up a 6. We know
Okay,
that the
okay.
5 was worth, one of them was worth nothing.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Mind reader. She's got 10 points on the table. Nikki, give me a card.
Okay. clearly don't remember this.
Face up.
Yes,
Sorry.
we all
Everyone
get
gets to see. All right, the zero area list.
I'm going to take this 3 and meld a trio of 3s.
I wanted that 3. Let's see what I get here. I'll take that 4.
Nikki?
Yeah.
Nobody wants that 1 and 2.
Everybody keeps leaving it for me to
wants that 1 and
flip.
2. Yeah,
Another,
yeah.
please.
That's the whole idea.
We should put the deck over there.
Magic
All right,
Kong.
choose a person and then draw randomly from their hand.
I don't know. Yeah, Aaron.
What? Come on. What? I got 4
Get 10
cards.
points on the table.
You mean 20?
Right?
Yeah, 20 points on the table.
You guys, but you
Well, that's
guys
why I drew
both
from
have.
her.
You guys have both
I should
much.
have done you, right?
You guys are
that
much
was
further along to a
Why do
gala
you
show.
say 20?
Are we? I don't know.
Are
Yes,
we?
you are. To my 4 cards.
Are
Yes.
we?
Does she have to show that?
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
gets shown.
Oof.
Oh!
Ooh, and that's 6 that she has too.
That's awesome. That was Nikki's turn.
I'm going to take that one.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm going to take this 3. Done.
baloney.
It has a first name.
Flip, please.
You got it, Nikki.
Ooh, 6.
Well, what am I going to
She's
do with all
kicking it.
that?
She said, taking it anyway. Oh, the 7 was next. That's outrageous. The
Yeah.
6 followed by the 7. That's outrageous. It's like the game is rigged.
I'll take that 0.
Man, Aaron.
Oh, come on.
All right, let's see what this is.
4.
All right, done.
Flip. Stop leaving it all for me.
Six for the strong man.
Gets a 6 or
Shoot.
7 every turn.
I should have flipped.
He didn't want it.
Dang it.
He might take it anyway. Look at that.
Wants the 0.
Well, yeah.
All right.
That's 10 points.
I know.
Look at that. Yeah, really?
All right, yeah.
Really? You'll take the 6?
Yes.
Really?
Thank you. It's the first good card I've gotten.
Fair
that
enough.
Nikki hasn't stolen.
Fair
from
enough.
me.
Does me no good. That does. Crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Do you want a 4, Nikki P?
No flip.
How about a 3?
Flip.
How about a 4?
How about a 4?
Another 4. Dang. Flip.
Zonk.
Barrel. Flip, please.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
You people.
All you've done is weaken a country.
No. We're gonna get a gala.
Oh.
Zonk.
Ugh.
Zonk.
Zoinks and away.
Yoinks! And away! I'll take that 3, and I'll do this with it.
Wow.
Done.
Flip.
Yes.
Hey!
That means they
Choose
What do I
you,
do?
you
You
choose
choose
someone
one
and they give you a
card.
card of their choice.
Okay, Dave.
You can have this green 0.
Thank you. Can
You're
I
welcome.
meld right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
If you have 3 zeros, look at that.
Zix.
I guess I didn't want to give her that.
No.
Whatever.
That was exactly what she wanted.
It don't matter to me.
Oh, you took one? What'd you take?
6 of
Another
magician.
6?
Yeah.
That's like 5 turns in a row. He's got a
I know,
6 or a 7.
I know.
It's not even funny.
It's the Lincoln rule. There's a
I
6
know.
for you.
No, it's a
Crazy.
5.
Oh,
But
there's
yes,
a 5 for
I'll take
you.
it.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes,
I don't believe you. Go, Dave.
I'm going to take this. I'm going to bird in hand that too.
Trying to
Ready?
get This. Flip. What is it?
Draw
Choose a
one
random
randomly
card
from an
from a player.
opponent.
Okay, your turn, Lincoln. I'm hitting everybody.
Remember, it's face up when you draw it. Or turn it over after you draw it.
Okay. Four.
Red 4 standing by. And that's your turn.
Yeah.
Oof. See, you drew a 7 though. You always do.
He didn't get it though. Oh.
I don't think this deck was shuffled.
He
Bird in
did
the hand.
shuffle it.
Bird in the hand.
Flip, please, of course.
Would I have zonked? No.
Oh, boy. Flip.
Oh, the pain.
Flip. Oh, come on. Eek. Yes. Flip. Yeah.
Zonk.
Zonk.
Boo.
2 more cards.
Yeah.
You could flip them both successfully. That would be the last turn. Zonk. Aaron gets a turn.
I get the last 0 to meld a trio of zeros.
You've been counting.
that's good.
Yeah, because
Okay.
All the
so
rest
it's
have been
my
used.
turn. Do I flip or do I not flip? I think I'm going to do this.
Come on. Why are you leaving
That's
it to me
30.
all the
I'm going to take
time?
that and meld.
oh yeah, it's good. You got to take that.
All right, Nikki.
Dang it. Oh.
Do you
It's
like
your
that
turn.
5?
Think
First,
I
you
Game's
gotta-
not over. You can either take this or flip that card.
I'm thinking I need to meld right now
Well,
because
you
I
still are
think
gonna
I
get a
need
You
to-
card.
get to meld
aren't
on
you?
your turn.
Right.
No, that's not true. If she
you-
zonks, she can't meld.
So she can meld before she flips it.
That's why she needs to
no,
take
she
that
has
card.
to do this first.
Oh,
That's why
She has to take a
that
card
That's why
or
she has
flip
to
and
take
then.
because she doesn't want to not meld.
right.
Yeah, I'll just take the 5.
Okay.
And now I will meld.
Holy crap.
6s.
That's
okay.
18 points.
Yeah. Are they?
Not if she has a 5, and a 7 in that suit
No,
already.
fair enough. There you go. My example proves true.
What?
Did. He said you can meld 6s even though you usually don't.
Oh,
Let me see
nice.
if
What
I-
a great last card.
Oh, I know, right?
All right, well, the game
Yeah,
ends
so-
because the deck has run out. So
How does this work?
get
You
rid
have
of.
40 in front of you.
So this, like, for example, I don't need this.
right, I don't need
Just
that.
pare your hand down to unique
Unique colors.
colors
Okay.
and then just score it. So you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 54, 58, 63.
67.
59.
10, 20, 30, 30, 44, 45, 49, 57.
What'd she have?
63.
67.
67.
Nice.
Move it up.
There you go. So that's the game. You just play it once through. Traditionally, we usually play 3 hands. We keep score. And did I do it wrong? 10, 20, 30, 40, 49, 56, 63.
Yeah. No, I was looking
Oh.
at the camera.
No, I just, yeah.
Because my cards were.
I know
off
it
the
was
table.
rough because I
So hang
that
on,
was
you
the luckiest
melded
thing ever
these
there.
6s, right?
Yeah, she threw away too many points.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are unique. If you don't meld the 6s,
Yeah.
then that doesn't count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 66.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. So
No, why did you count this as
I did
50?
a bonehead move.
Well, 14 and 6, I was just doing
Oh.
there.
And he's got
Well,
the
no,
5
it's-
in his
no.
hand.
It's a fine move if you've got.
If you've got another 5 or 7.
Well, she had this
I
5.
had that
She picked it
5.
up on that turn.
Oh, you're
yes.
right.
But
Yeah.
yes, so she had that.
Yeah.
But wait, so 10, 20, 30,
40.
48. Oh no, she's already got the. No, right? She doesn't count this.
Right. I did it right.
10, 20, 30, 40, 52, 66. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, he did right.
And you had 67?
67.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, of course I love this game. It's always one of my favorites, and I'm happy that it's in print again.
It's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah, it's nearly 20 years old, I
Wow.
Wow.
and it had I know some other there's been some in other countries that have different themes. There's like a Japanese one that's you're in the park and flying kites. I like the circus theme a lot, you know. And I think they did a nice job with this version of the game. What do you think, Aaron?
I agree. I like that it's back in print. It is kind of a classic for us anyway.
Yeah.
I do like
Those are much
these
clearer.
action cards are very clear.
Yeah.
In some previous versions, it was a little bit hard to remember.
Yeah, 'cause
oh,
it's-
what the yellow one? I have to.
Well, but that's
choose a
also because
card and-
we're playing German version.
Right.
And
And
Yeah,
this is
there
the
is an
really
English
the-
version. I just don't remember what it says. But it was like we always had to remember it was red, random, yellow,
Yellow
you
you
choose.
choose.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
But
Which
these
works,
are much clearer.
you know.
right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I also like, if we want to talk about design and stuff, all the suits are like, these are all sharpshooters, but this is an incredibly reckless sharpshooter, and this is an almost devilishly firm sharpshooter.
They're different on every
They're
card?
all, no, these ones are both incredibly reckless. Maybe they're they're paired up, but a lot of them change. This one's an artfully
Supernaturally
slick
deft
sharpshooter.
Yeah.
So the descriptions and the artwork
that's
changes
funny.
throughout the suit, which is kind of neat.
Cool.
I don't particularly care for the fact that there are different fonts for the numbers in each suit.
It's interesting.
So, like, all the,
I
you
actually
know.
liked that.
I do too. I
Because
just
it's
think they're
hard
harder to read in
the-
some cases.
I agree. They're a little busy, but in the original game, you're constantly going, which one am I missing again? Which one am I missing again? I liked that this
Is another indicator of difference.
right. What I didn't actually like was I didn't like that when I had this card the wrong direction, it wasn't green up here.
Oh yeah, the floor.
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
was. That's
No,
okay.
yeah, they all are. They all have brown.
They all have.
Well,
they all
the-
have a
the-
baseboard basically.
No,
Right.
the Aerialist
Not all.
doesn't.
Oh, fair enough. Well, Kirsch, because she's
Yeah.
not on the
Right.
ground. But it was not a problem. I just needed to
Everybody
turn
else
the card.
does.
I just turned the card around in my hand.
I think there's
but-
enough points of difference that they could have made all the numbers look the same. But I'm not going to.
It's not terrible.
It's
though.
not a huge
It absolutely
mistake
isn't
or
terrible. I'm
anything, no.
super glad that. I mean, the only odd thing that they've done here is the flea heads. You know, that's a lot of people were bothered by it when they kickstarted this.
But it's a flea circus.
and I like the era. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's like an appropriate
Yes.
like turn of this previous century.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know.
It's very
Yeah.
turn of the century sideshow poster.
Yes. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah. As far as the art goes, I
Well, just
like
in
it.
general, you know.
I think the flea heads to me are just quirky. I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
them, actually. And there's, so much other funny stuff that if you're bothered by the flea heads, then
Yeah, the art's very well
you can.
done.
There's other stuff to look at on the card. Of course, we've been playing it for years, like you guys said. It's been a while since we
Yeah.
busted it out, so clearly I was slightly.
You did well.
off.
You did really well though. What did she
Off.
have before? 60 something.
63 to 66 or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it was close.
but-
She was second place no matter what.
Right.
It's always fun. This is one of the earlier games that we played when we first started getting into
Me too.
all the Euro games and stuff. So
Yeah.
we didn't have quite the collection, so this one hit the table more
Mm-hmm.
often than things do these days because there's so much to choose from. I like the press the luck of it. I like how we kind of play it up with the circus music when it's the whatever parade or whatever it's called.
Right.
How about the length? Do you think it's too short of a game?
Our house rule for that is to play it through 3 times
Right. We used to. We almost always when we play this play it 3 times and keep score.
and keep score.
But what we just did was one complete.
This is the
score.
actual game. If you follow the rules, this is the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you can do whatever you want.
It's fine for a quickie, especially if you're playing with people that aren't sure they like games at all. We all
No, I do.
have people like that. But it's fun to turn it into 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Because you could have lost the first round and you can make a comeback on the second round and you have the opportunity to work things differently and see where people are at. It makes it a little more there's strategy every round you play, but there's a little more, I think, when you're playing 3, best out of 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Total.
Well, because you don't have to maximize your score every turn necessarily.
Exactly,
You don't have to try to
so-
squeeze every single point out of each round.
Right.
If you're having like a weird round in the middle, you can go, okay, this is the weird round for me. Let me see if I
Right.
can just do
Right.
this. It also allows you to sort of game these more. Like when you're drawing cards.
Oh, sure.
On the 3rd round, you have a tendency to just draw cards from whoever's in the lead.
Whoever's in the lead.
Whoever has the most score
for
from
the
the first 2
previous
rounds.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play
Which,
go ahead.
I mean, ultimately can work against. In other words, like
right.
everybody's targeting that person.
That-
Not
take
always. A
that
lot.
kind of
Sometimes
thing.
you're going for the person that has the
Yeah.
card you want.
Well, exactly. If you know they got a crap load of higher numbers.
Yeah.
you know.
If you're ahead by also, the person who's ahead after 2 rounds is usually not ahead by much.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
like they're that far ahead, and it's a tiebreaker more than anything else. It's like if I don't know who has the card I want, so the rules say that the youngest player starts as we did, and when we play this cumulative score of 3, we always let the leader start the round. I feel like starting is actually puts you at a disadvantage in this
Think
game.
so?
Well, if you draw a 7 and one of these draw cards
Sure.
come up, you'll be the first player hit. So
Yeah.
But it's
That's true.
also since the deck could run out at any point, the start player could get one more turn than everybody, or has at least the tendency to have more turns than
Maybe.
the last player.
Maybe. It
Although
seems,
it ended exactly, I was the last
You were the last
card,
player, so we
it
had
was-
equal turns this
Yeah.
turn, right?
well, it just happened that way.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Because
But
I didn't turn a card. Because I didn't turn
If
another
any
card
of the
over,
three of us
or-
ended the game, Lincoln had one less turn.
Right.
Yes,
That's
actually,
why
I
start
won me the
period is
game,
somewhat of a
right?
game.
Did it?
Because I flipped a one.
that got
it
you
gave me
10 mil.
points. It was
Oh, wow.
57 to. It was
That's
57
awesome.
to. It was 59 to. Oh no, some of them were repeats. The green one wasn't.
Well, it doesn't
maybe
matter.
this
Even
one.
if the ones counted for you, you turned 3 points into 10.
7.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Right, plus 7, you definitely
Yeah.
won with that.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty awesome.
I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought all the ones were out. I'm like, well, darn, that didn't work out. I was lucky that I got the zeros out because I thought they were all gone at that point.
I was afraid there might not be one left.
I
Because
realized.
I always like to hold.
I
those
realized
things,
giving you
because
that was a
of
mistake, but it was just like, it was either
You gave
giving.
it to her.
I gave her the 0 for
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
No, but I gave you a 0 earlier too, didn't I?
Did you?
I gave him a 0.
Maybe that was it. I can't remember. I had at one point when you were all talking about you guys are all blah 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 the gala. I had at one point when you said that I had this in my hand.
Wow.
No, sorry, 0, 3. I had the 6 to go with that, right? Where were the
It's
greens?
right there.
Yeah,
Then you didn't have the 6. Oh, maybe
I
you
did.
Okay.
I had this.
Yeah.
And then like
Wow.
I think,
Okay.
and then like 2 other cards.
Yeah.
So I had 6 cards in my hand, but 3 of them weren't even counting for me.
Wow.
Right.
But the problem was, I couldn't. When the 7 came up, I couldn't just leave it there.
Right.
That's part of the thing. And I thought, well,
Right. Even if it does you very little good, do you want to leave it to the next player?
and I
It's a
ended up
7-point
melding this
card,
3, and I
possibly.
ended up giving away the 0. although
Well,
giving
it's
away the 0
definitely a
cost
little
me 10
easier when
points.
there's a bigger gap than 6, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If it's like a 4 or 5, you're like, maybe I can put the meld at, But it's rough.
Yeah.
Shifting gears, especially towards the end, when you're running out of choices. Was this the discard pile?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
These were there
there's
too.
still a
There
lot
were
of great.
some good high cards
Yeah.
that got
Oh, yeah.
discarded.
Like
'cause
I
it
never even
zonked
got the
out.
dark blue card. Like it just didn't happen.
Right.
Either it was a bad card for me when it was out there, but I don't think I even really ever saw one on my
Or
turn.
just zonked
No,
on
they
everybody else's
get
turn.
a lot of times they get zonked away.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, yeah, half the suit is just gone out of the game.
I'm sure there are people that do like some card counting / tracking. I mean, I can't imagine any of us do that. There's no reason. But
my brain would explode.
yeah, but I mean, for example, when the only thing that I did know was that when this zonked,
Yeah.
or when the something zonked, and then she melded the 5s. I realized at the time my blue 4 is like the highest blue in the deck right now. But that was the only time, probably in like 20 times of playing this game, that I got that information.
Yeah.
Right, that you actually realized that.
But yeah, 7s do zonk, and they do come out of the thing.
Yeah, that's still it's really one of my favorite games. I love this game as a filler, and I definitely can play this and Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp is definitely a longer game, but they're totally evergreen for me.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody asks, I'm more than willing to play them. It's such a spectacular game, and I'm really glad that it's available again because I think I think a lot of people enjoy it. It's one of the better. Knizia is pretty spectacular for pressure luck games. He's got this and extra and
Well,
tons of them.
we love extra, but not
I
everybody.
know.
But not everybody does.
It is a great game, though. Ultimately, every time
I agree.
when we show it to people and they see how we play it, it's not so dry. Maybe
Yeah.
they really. We played it at BGG Con, and our Nikki's coworker wanted to play it every night.
Yeah.
Had no problem,
Yeah.
and played it a
Yeah.
bunch of times. She
Yeah.
just loved the game. She was asking us, "Are we going to do it on game night?" I'm like, "Well, if it was available."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other one, I think we did play it on the stream, and we mentioned
So Escape's not
Escape.
available anymore?
It's out of
Yeah,
print
it's
as
not
well.
available.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's another one of those that I'm really happy that this is available, that we can proselytize for it and people
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get it, because it's really great.
Yeah, I'm happy to see this back for sure.
Yep.
Have to pick one up.
Well, thanks for teaching us, Dave.